want more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love?
What's up, guys, and good morning. We are about to get a really good day going on the house. However, before we get started, I want to let you guys know this video is sponsored by SimpliSafe. And SimpliSafe has been a sponsor of our videos for quite some time, well over a year. We absolutely love their system. They have awesome keypads, they have wireless key fobs, and now they've actually come out with a wireless camera system that you can set up on the outside of your house. It's totally waterproof, it's totally wireless. I'm really excited to get this thing installed today.
All of their products seamlessly interface with the home base, and SimpliSafe's new wireless outdoor security camera features an ultra-wide 140-degree field of view so you can keep watch over your entire outdoor space. It has zoom, two-way audio, and a built-in spotlight with color night vision, so you can closely capture what's happening around the clock.
So it's no surprise that we absolutely love SimpliSafe, and it just keeps getting better and better. So if you guys want to get your very own SimpliSafe system, we highly recommend it. You can click the link in our description, or you can go to simplisafe.com/Trent and Allie, and you'll get at least 30% off your SimpliSafe system. So thanks again to SimpliSafe for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna stop playing around now and go inside and get to work. We are starting off things today in the house. We got a little bit of an early start this morning. We've got big things happening. There's big good things and big bad things and just big things happening across the board. We got this brand new awesome refrigerator that has just been everything we've ever hoped for, and it's been plugged in for about a week, and it's like a sweat box inside. It's like hot. It's like not even remotely cooled.
It says 34 on the door.
Well, that's what it's set to go to. The bottom is set to go to 0. You could basically cook a turkey in here. It's hot and it smells like rubber. So something's wrong. We don't know what it is. Brand new refrigerator. It's under warranty. So I called this morning to have somebody come out and service it. And today's Thursday, and they're not going to be here till Tuesday at the very earliest. So we're not going to have a fridge for the next week. We have the fridge in the trailer, which is totally fine. We just kind of hoped that this one would start being cold so we could put things in there. But it's not the case. We do have a special friend, and he goes by the name of Dean, and he's coming up today to get our air conditioning unit installed. And we kind of opted to do this right now, and then when it snows and it becomes springtime and it starts getting hot in the spring, we'll be able to just kick the AC on and he doesn't have to come up and install it in the springtime, because once it starts getting hot is when everybody in the state wants their air conditioners serviced, and so the HVAC guys get really busy. So it'd be better for him to come and do that right now. He's probably gonna be up here soon, but before he shows up, Brandon and I are gonna install the rest of the stained boards that we have on the ceiling. We're gonna see how far we can get.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. What do you think?
I love that you have stairs.
Yes. It's a huge improvement.
This is so cool.
Come on in. Trent,
What?
I found someone.
Who is it?
Santa!
Santa's here.
Santa!
What are you doing up there?
We're building Noah's Ark.
Nice. And when was I here last? That was like
10 years ago.
early spring. Cold. Was when we came and did that stuff. But I gotta say, it's
No
not
walls.
much easier getting up here, even when the roads are dry.
Oh, don't say that.
Are you gonna turn it on for me? Is that what you're gonna show me?
Yes, stand back.
So it's a new stove and it doesn't even work.
I don't like it. I don't like
Very
it
similar
so
to our fridge.
That's that one. It's like a fire in the middle of the house.
You think that's a little too much to boil pasta?
Yeah, that's why you put a propane kit on a propane house.
Hey, you call me an idiot?
No. You figured it out right away. That's how a lot of van lifers heat their vans.
Yeah, with their stovetop.
Dean said that the news said that in the next couple days there's going to be snow at elevation.
That's what Brandon just was telling me.
That's not true.
Brandon said snow on Monday.
Yep. It's gonna be a high of 50 up here.
Better get the freaking siding up.
Seriously.
Get this air conditioner in. Yeah.
Get the air conditioner installed.
Yeah, turn that on today.
I would say we were good together. I would say we had fun, but our trails will never run forever. Something else is on your mind.
We've unpacked and organized the whole AC unit system and figured out where it's going to be mounted, and now we're just trying to figure out exactly how we want to level it and make sure it's nice and sheltered and perfect and exactly where we want it to be, because we know there will be a lot of snow and elements on it. It's rated for exterior, like outside conditions, obviously, but we're going to do our best to make sure it's as protected from the snow as possible. So the guys are filling up a wheelbarrow with some dirt so we can build up a little platform to make it nice and level, a perfect spot for the AC unit to be mounted. And even though it's getting colder and colder this season, we are getting our AC installed today.
So we had John and Tristan come up here and do all the grading on the side of the house, and they did a perfect job of sloping the grade away from the house, which is what's required by code. But now Dean has to build up a little section to put his pad on so that the air conditioning unit can go on that. I'm so excited to have air conditioning, mostly because we realized over the summer, like even with all the windows open in the middle of the day in the summer, it gets really hot inside the house even though we're super well insulated. So this thing's gonna come in real handy come next summer.
Done.
Well, we just had a little minor emergency. Dean finished doing all of the coolant lines and stuff inside, but Allie was actually running down to pick up something from UPS, and I think she's gonna get us some Five Guys. And when she left, Lika decided that she wanted to go, but she didn't really go down the street until Allie was like around the corner. So Lika just took off down the street full speed, and we weren't sure where she went. So now you're back, aren't you? Huh? Yeah. She's becoming more and more of a handful by the day, but she came back. Allie is gone, and we're gonna go outside and see what Dean's doing. He's gonna get the rest of the compressor outside hooked up.
To make something right, make up for what I've lost.
So Dean is basically a professional solderer or brazier or whatever you call it. I don't actually know, but he basically has to solder copper fittings together on every job that he does for the most part. I am terrible at soldering, and when I had to put in our shower valve, there's 4 fittings that I had to solder, and I think I ended up having to redo that. I had to redo one of them like 4 times, and I think 2 or 3 of them were like good on the first try, but soldering is not my favorite thing to do. I do not like it. I prefer to never have to do it again in my life. I'm just glad that Dean gets to do this and not me.
I always say doing this job is like doing adult Legos. You just take the right parts and put them together till you build what you want to build. This is a vacuum pump machine. 8 CFM dual stage, it says.
Isn't it a
Which is actually really good.
an oxymoron?
Is it, or is it just redundant, kind of? I don't know. Yeah, so what happens is we vacuum this down to a negative pressure, which will show us one thing if there's any leaks, which is still possible. I'm great at what I do, but
this is your solder
you
test.
Do it. Yeah. And then the other thing it does is it removes impurities, mostly moisture, because that'll interfere with the Freon and can cause it to get acidic and make things not run correctly. So you want to get rid of impurities.
There's a lot of things on this build that I've done myself, and there's just the HVAC unit is one thing that I'm actually really glad I didn't do myself.
Oh, my old man knees. I am going to shut the valves and then turn off the vacuum pump, and then we'll let it go and see if it's holding.
You basically got our electrical mocked up here. If you're an electrician, don't pay attention to this orange wire
This
that's
side's
not in a
great.
conduit. We basically need to get a piece of conduit and cover this Romex that goes into the shutoff box over here next to the AC unit. But we've still got to put our siding up over here. So once we get the siding up and all of the trim around all of the protrusions into the house, then I'm going to get a piece of conduit, run it on that cable, get the shutoff box mounted on the side of the house, and everything will be good to go. But I think we're probably at a little bit of a breaking point here. Dean has just shut down all of the valves. We're gonna see if the lines hold pressure over time. And I think Allie just showed up with lunch.
Hello.
How you doing?
I just feel like a waddle. I feel like something that waddles, whatever animal that is.
Penguin?
But I got delicious, mostly non-drinking milkshakes, French fries,
How much mayo's in it?
extra mayo just for Dean.
Dean had to make very certain that we weren't gonna get him any fry sauce or any mayo or anything that had any white slimy substances, because Dean hates everything that's white and slimy.
Except Trent.
Lunch was exactly what we all needed to get a little bit of fuel in our bellies and a little bit more motivation to keep working today. Dean is absolutely crushing it with the AC and hooking all that stuff up. The guys are in here just standing and installing boards like it's going out of style, and they're almost done. While these guys are going to install ceiling boards, I'm going to sit here and encourage them thoroughly, because all of a sudden I'm hot, I'm heavy, I'm tired, I can't breathe. I just want to be done with this pregnancy. But then we get a baby out of it, and then we'll probably never sleep again. So I'm savoring the quiet time we have for the next couple weeks before there's a crying baby all the time. But I'm also really starting to feel like I would love to have this baby out of me. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna try to focus on the incredible work that Trent and Brandon are doing today, getting the ceiling mostly finished, if not fully finished, and one step closer to moving in, maybe to having a functional fridge, and to moving out of our trailer. What technique is this?
Spider-Man.
The best.
Spider-Man technique.
Unapproved.
Where'd you get that?
Hey, don't worry about that.
What is this? Is this a moment of truth? What are we doing?
How do these things work?
Just touch it. I thought that there was still a plastic coating on this, so I destroyed it. Luckily, Ecobee sent us two. What's this one?
See, so most people label these.
Yeah, Allie's supposed to get in here with her good handwriting and write them all down.
Just guess.
Just guess.
But I don't want strangers knowing what to flip, so I gotta keep them encrypted in my phone. I didn't write it down, so we're just gonna guess. I think it's that one.
Hopefully you're gonna plug this in and it's gonna turn on.
We've never plugged this in before. We don't know if it's gonna work.
It's my first day.
Whoa!
This is air conditioning.
You're so buff. Look at you.
Whoa. My shirt's too small. So when it's really hot in the summertime, you just come stand in front of this.
Actually, it is really quiet, even with that going on.
It's not going.
Go sit on like.
Is it loud from over there?
What?
It's cold down here. This is my new office in the summertime, not in the wintertime.
Yeah, self-closing. When you're done using it, it closes right up.
Actual soft close.
You guys can't see those because we're not ready for them. Once we get the tile in, that's nice.
Lean forward, let me see it. Not that.
Lean forward, let me see it. One-piece children's toilets. Child's toilets.
Because why? Why did you get one piece?
So they're easier to clean.
Yeah. How many toilets have you cleaned, Trent?
Enough to know that the worst part about cleaning a toilet, besides all the pee that runs down the outsides from men who can't aim, is where the tank meets the base. There's like that crack. Mm-hmm. And the same guys that make the pee go underneath make the pee go back there, and you can't clean it. It's gross.
So sit down to pee, everybody.
And we're going to be training a little young man how to pee, so this is very important.
That's true.
It means me.
Dean is that little man.
This is actually the worst part.
Why are you sitting like this, Lee?
Let me just start off by saying we have a very complex system here. And the reason that it's complex is that we have the Ecobee, which is a smart thermostat. We have this Rahim furnace. We've got a nice air conditioning unit, and we have an HRV, the heat recovery ventilator. If you guys caught our videos from before, it's basically a mechanism that takes fresh air from outside, filters it, and puts it into the house, simultaneously exchanging heat with air that's already in the house and expelling it. So you take old, stale, warm air, and you exchange the heat to fresh, cool air, so that the fresh air that comes in is warmed and it's fresh, and you take the old air and you put it outside. It's a really cool device.
When it works.
It works. It's just that it's created kind of a problem. We've only got 3 ports and we've got 7 wires, and we like shoved them all in, and Dean could explain it better, but we're just trying to troubleshoot right now.
It sounds so much worse when you say that. We just shoved them all in. There's only like 2 in each one, which is normal.
There's 12 wires and 6 ports.
But I suspect the thermostat is telling the AC to come on at the wrong time.
Yeah, blame it on the other guys.
Right now.
So I'm gonna man the turret in here. And when Dean comes back, I'm just gonna pretend like I was like doing something in here. What can I pretend like I was messing with? All right, I think I got the low pressure. I got the low pressure adjusted.
Good. I need you now that I winged my head on that. Not this time, from before.
Did you hear it fire up as soon as I adjusted the pressure?
Yeah, that's how you jumped too.
It actually scared me.
Green, she goes green, and blue goes to yellow.
We were having an issue with the AC and the furnace turning on and running simultaneously. We were trying to figure out what the problem could have been, and it might have just been that Trent wired the Ecobee
No.
wrong?
When I put those wires in there, I took a photo of it beforehand. All right, so we're having a little bit of an issue here. We're having the issue that when we turn on the heat, it's turning on the AC compressor outside the house, which means there's a wire that's connected in the wrong spot somewhere. And as we saw before, we switched the green and the blue wire in the back of the thermostat, which was assumed to be a mistake by me. And that stopped the air conditioning unit from running when the heat was running. However, that has made it so that our HRV does not work at all. So we've switched the wires back. We're gonna see if the HRV works in this arrangement, and then see if maybe we can figure out what's going on with the AC compressor. Very complicated, and I'm really glad Dean is here because I'd be pulling my hair out trying to figure this out. Well, guys, I'm gonna be in big trouble. Allie left, she had an appointment to go to. I've been here working. Dean and I were basically changing the orifices, which are these little tiny brass things. They have little holes in the end like that, and they adjust how much gas pressure comes out of the actual burners, and that's what will stop us from having the giant Bunsen burner that we had earlier. However, you need a 7mm box end wrench to change these, and I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and grab one. Dean just took off. I was supposed to say goodbye to Dean and film it and sign off for the day, and I didn't do that. So I think we're gonna see you guys in a little while. What's up, guys, and good morning. I had an awesome night last night. I got some really good sleep. Allie, I think, was up a little bit in the night, and she's pregnant and she's been putting in a lot of work lately, so she's actually gonna be sleeping in, getting a little bit of extra rest this morning. Hopefully today, Utah Countertops is coming to install our countertops. As well as our countertops, they are doing some of our windowsills in quartz, and then they also had some leftover quartz that we bought that they're gonna be making into a hearth to go underneath our fireplace because that's required by code. So John Scott texted me this morning and said, we're trying to get the hearth finished. So they're probably gonna be a little bit late, or they're gonna show up a little bit later today. Brandon and I are gonna get to work. Hopefully we're gonna finish the ceiling today. All right, Brandon and I basically just knocked this out. We worked for probably the last couple hours, and the ceiling boards are basically done. Well, all of the full boards are done. We just have to put trim around the beam, trim around the edges of the walls where the tongue and groove meets the walls. And then we can take the scaffolding down. I'm really excited to take the scaffolding down. It's all done. We just got to put our light covers on, hang our fans, do the trim and stain the beam, and the ceiling will be complete. However, a couple of guys just showed up outside. It's not John Scott, and it's not the actual countertops, but it's a couple of guys that work for Utah Countertops, so they're here to help us install. They're out just hanging out waiting for the countertops themselves to show up. I've got to go disconnect the cooktop, and then we'll get started. I think I've prepared everything. All of the countertop space is cleared off. All the windowsills they're going to install is cleared off. Hopefully the countertops show up in a minute. We can get started. Allie's still sleeping. Feel bad for her. We got 5 guys out here plus Brandon and I. We're going to try and move these countertop pieces inside. The one guy was saying that the one piece of countertop that's really long weighs about 800 pounds. I don't know if that's right or not, but that sounds extremely intense. That's twice as heavy as the fireplace that Brandon and I could barely scooch across the floor, so I guess we'll see how this goes. The man of the hour.
What's going on?
How you doing?
You ready for some countertops?
Yeah. These guys not only did our countertops and some windowsills, but they also did, in some spare quartz that we had left over, our hearth piece, which is gonna go underneath the fireplace. But as you can see, that area is not ready for installation. So that piece is gonna get set aside. Everything else is gonna get installed today. I'm really excited to get this going. All right, so John Scott was basically born in a tile factory, and he knows everything there is about setting tile, and he's gonna critique my job.
This is right where your door ends? This is the middle of your door?
Yeah.
Perfect. This gap isn't bigger than a full tile, is it?
No.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like in the area of a full tile.
Yeah, but it's not
the highest point.
It's not bigger to where you're gonna have like a 1-inch ripper right
No.
there, right?
Like you can see over here.
Yeah.
There.
So like
I needed taller stuff,
you're
right?
supposed to set it with the tile,
Mm-hmm.
and then you run painter's caulk behind it, so the wall like it looks like it extends and touches it.
I messed up.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't Schluter.
It's like close though, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's all the same. You just bought it in
I got the
normal size.
knockoff stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did the glossy stuff, and then I ran out, and then we went back to Bedrosian's, and they don't have any glossy stuff. All they had is the matte stuff. So we had like black tile or black stones in the floor. We were gonna do black grout in these tiles, and then it'll. Is it gonna show all the imperfections?
No, it's just a black grout's just a bear to work with, man. It's just gonna take you 3 times as long. It's just such a dark color, it just takes forever to wash.
Okay.
You gotta just change your water twice as frequent. You're gonna ruin the sponges and like
clean the tiles off.
Yeah,
it's more of a pain.
we charge more for black grout just because it takes 3 times as long. It's not bad. Schluter works a little proud right here.
Yeah.
We've got 75 guys that can make that cut. You can do it.
I'm gonna say it's because the saw wasn't cutting straight.
That has nothing to do with it.
I'm not a rip out and repair guy. I'm just the install guy.
Bro, we have install guys rip it out and repair it all the time.
There's nothing wrong with that. Trippy, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it? All my life.
Let me just be the first to say, these countertops look incredible. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice or not, but they look absolutely amazing. They look how good it makes the oven and the cabinets look. I really wish Allie was feeling better. Allie's just like not feeling super well, and so she's in bed. I think she's just probably too exhausted, and we've just been overworking ourselves, and she's pregnant, and she just needs a day to sleep. It's just really unfortunate that the day she decided to kind of take off and take a nap is the day that they're installing the countertops. But look at how good these look. That's so sick. I'm so excited. There is a little bit of change of plans. They're going to install this other piece of countertop here that's going to have the sink in it. Then they're going to do our windowsills. And then they're actually taking our pieces of the island back because we're making a small adjustment. I think we were going to have the overhang be too big, and it was going to be too far into the walkway. It was just going to be a little bit too awkward and not really a usable walkway, and you'd be walking through the kitchen every time you came through here because of the bar stools. So we're actually going to have them trim that down a little bit, bring it back next week, and they're going to install the actual island pieces. But today we will have a fully functional outer section of kitchen. They're going to install the sink. I'm going to end up doing the faucet and the disposal and the drain and all that stuff and getting that all connected. Really excited.
If you want to, I'll get you flowers waiting around the bend. Baby, let's just pretend. I want to stay like this forever. I want to stay right here with you. I want to stay right here with you. As the rest we fall until it all breaks down. But I need it so I will stay around when you're all messed up. It's a great dream.
All right, these guys have been absolutely killing it. They ended up getting this whole side of the countertop, the sink, this side of the countertop in. These guys are absolutely knocking it out of the park. This is our hearth. Yes, it's enormous. It's required to be that big for code. I don't want it to be that big, but hopefully it's gonna look nice once it's on the floor and we get all of the flooring underneath it. Then we've just got to have our 2 windowsills installed and the island when they come back and cut that thing down. So we'll probably see these guys next week. Those guys are taking off for the day. They really did an excellent job. There's just some changes that we had to make to the island, and then there was some little bit of measurement issues, I think because we removed drywall out of the rough openings. So they're actually going to change 2 of our windowsills because they want to make sure everything is perfect for us. Just look at how beautiful that looks. I cannot wait until the island is in so that you can see how they are next to the island. But I think tonight I'm going to work on getting the disposal and the sink and all of that stuff installed in the countertop, and then we might actually have a functional sink. Who knows? Oh, it's a mess in here. How are you doing, my love?
I feel a lot better now that I've been resting all day. I just needed to sleep. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, normally it catches up with me too, and I'm not even pregnant, so. You want to come inside and see what they've done today?
Yeah. Wow, our sink is huge.
Yeah, I know.
You could definitely bathe
It's a baby bath.
Baby bath in here. Oh my goodness. It really ties the room together. Oh my gosh. It looks so professional. Wow. Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm really pleased.
Good. All right, John Scott. Good job.
Guess what else we did today?
What?
Basically finished the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah. Still got to do some trim.
Oh.
We still got to do, the beam needs to be stained, but pretty much all the ceiling boards are in.
I love it. I don't think it's too dark at all. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, I think it came out pretty nice.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about how I think we should just take some extra tongue and groove boards and rip the tongue and the grooves off and use those for trim around the ceiling and around the beam.
Okay. I trust you.
And then we don't have to paint them.
That would be nice.
Then we can take the scaffolding down.
Yay! We gotta bring a coffee pot in here and some
It's really dirty.
latte mugs.
Gotta clean a lot.
I'm a professional at cleaning off your messes, so
Yeah.
don't worry.
Well, today has been quite the roller coaster, getting all this stuff installed, Allie not feeling well, but now being up and out and about it. We hope you guys enjoyed coming along on this adventure. We're gonna bookend the day and the video right here. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!